So my mom and dad came over. They felt like they wanted to help in some way, so we've been talking about what we can do. So I'm not a designer, but I know what I'm attracted to. I know what I like, and it's just a matter of thinking about it and talking it through, bouncing off ideas with other people. And I was thinking about just at least getting this room done. I found a remnant piece of carpet that somebody already used, but then pulled it back up, and it's pretty new. I mean, it's hardly been used, and it was just right for the dimensions of this room, and that was about $120 to get that. So then I got some pad to put under there. I felt like that was worth getting. Going to be around $80 to $100 to get the same dimensions for here, and this is 11 by 11 feet square. So, and then I was thinking about keeping the original wall plaster and the wood frames and the archway, and just patching up the plaster and then painting over it. I actually don't mind, the used patch up work, and it just has a feeling of just the history of the house. I don't know, I like that. So I'll just keep the windows and then replace windows if I need to, and then, or the glass. Scrape it up and then paint it. And then on the floorboards, not floorboards, but the, whatever you call that, the last quarter of, or the first quarter of the wall, looks like they had this fake wood paneling before, and I'm going to keep that there for now. And then later I'm going to do shipping, what's that called, shiplap. Somebody told me about that, so I'm going to use some shiplap on the bottom part of this where that wood paneling is. So actually my brother told me about that, and someone else I know, they told me about that idea. So I really love the shiplap idea. I was sold on that just because it's easy to install. You don't have to do any mudding or painting, or even if you could paint it if you want, but you don't have to. So I felt like that would be a nice little touch. And then it'll also kind of, I also kind of wanted to go with the kind of a train station historical feel and do kind of a rustic feel and get kind of an original feel of this house, but kind of modernized. So kind of modernized, rustic, but yet restored history type of feeling. So that'll be kind of a unique feel to this. So the other rooms I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do for the walls, because some of this plaster is not really that good. So it's not really salvageable. I mean, we could, but I might as well do just a different design. Maybe do shiplap on it all throughout the walls, and or some other idea. So this main living room has drywall that somebody was putting up, and I guess they were trying to cover up the old walls and put in new looking walls, new sheetrock, and they put in basically just a new wall on top of the other wall. So I didn't really like that idea, because this is at least 6 inches on each side of the wall, and that's a lot of square footage basically going around, just because someone wanted to make it look nice with sheetrock, new sheetrock. So I felt like I can take all of that down, all the sheetrock, and this is what is originally under the plaster. So you got plaster and you got this old style looking. This is how they did it way back then. They put all these wooden planks there and then just put mud in there, plaster stuff. Then somebody later down the road put this paneling on top of that. So I thought I could probably take this sheetrock or even the shiplap stuff and get down to this wood, and it looks flat anyways, so I might as well just put it right on top of that and just do it that way, and I gain some square footage that way, and I can repurpose the sheetrock and the 2x4s into something else, because my bathroom's going to need some walls anyway. So there's nothing there. So, and then I thought about making an addition. This is the laundry area. Has a little dungeon crawl space thing. But this is the little laundry area, and I wanted to put in a second toilet somewhere, and I thought about putting it here. Then I thought again, I could just run an extension off of the sewer line and go outside and make a little guest house out there, and just right outside the wall there. So that was the other issue with that. That was the other idea with that. I did think about making this little tiny room. I think this is a pantry or something that somebody made. This is an addition to this house, and they didn't do a very good job on the foundation under this part, because it's starting to sink in that way, and then you can see how the wall is kind of being pushed out that way or pulled that way, and it's kind of pulling away from the ceiling and that wall. And this whole wall, I don't know if you could see that, but it's kind of being pulled out that way. So that's gonna be a part of the addition. I was gonna get under there, jack it up, put new footings, foundation under it, and hopefully just force this wall back in, and that'll take care of that. So then we're circled all the way around back to the bathroom area. So it looks like that was some stuff supporting whatever they were trying to do to support this part of the floor, and it's kind of come out and it's not doing anything now. So I'm going to have to redo that, and this whole floor is kind of sinking down. I already showed you that. So, and even in this kitchen area, you could it's kind of sinking in a little bit. So there's some foundation type of challenges, but I figured if I have to open up the floor with this bathroom area, I might as well fix the foundation while I'm at it, so I can get in under there. And I could actually crawl under there through that little dungeon stairway, but it would be incredibly hard to do that without this being open like this. So I'm gonna have to go in and just tear out all this junk. I'm not looking forward to that, but we'll see how that feels after I get all that junk out of there. But I really feel like this is worth it, because in the end it's going to feel a lot better, and just have some peace of mind knowing that that's going to be solid and it's not going to be settling anymore. So let's do this right. I'm no professional designer I'm no professional house renovator or designer, but I just kind of think it through over time and get ideas. Sometimes I just sit there in the room and just think about it, and then I do research online and forums and YouTube. They're great resources, and so I feel like anybody can do stuff like this.